What's going on, guys? What's going on? Hell of a market open today. Hell of a day today in terms of price. In terms of price today, absolute massacre. I like the previous 15-minute candle here, a little bit of a inverse hammer candle. I'm going to probably look to short this if I can get a little bit of a pushback up here. As long as we kind of stay below 27, actually, as long as we kind of stay below 30s. Yo, 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 what's up? What's up? What's up? Oh, you don't think the love? Yeah, well, that's what they thought in 2022, and the market never came back. You know, who knows? I don't try to decipher what this market's going to do. I just try to play what's happening. But I mean, yeah, you never know. You never know. Um, Today's a little bit of a difficult day if you were kind of looking for the market to continue to pull back. Now that we're coming out of lunch, you might see that little bit of a pullback, a little bit of profit taking here. Left hand side of the chart, we've got a 15-minute view up. I do like the inverse hammer candle on the previous 15-minute. Maybe using highs over 338 as a stop here. I'm currently sitting in a short position, a few micros. We've lost the 1-minute 20 SMA. Any bounce spot that stays below 326 would definitely still hold. This prior structure here, look at this prior structure. Right? Oh shit. Chart got all messed up. This prior structure here. Watch, where's my drawing tool? This high right here. See this high? When we broke this downwards trend line, we had a lot of consolidation, little break and retest and then go. This just got retested. So that can be an area of support there. Unless this level cracks, gets retested and rejects to come down lower, you might expect a little bit of a bounce there. Again, what the market has been showing, is that these little baby pullbacks just continue to get queued up, right? So if you're looking for, like right now, all my scalps to the short side have been 10 to 20 points. If I can get 10 to 20 points, I'm out, right? 10 to 20 points, I'm out. I'll hold the longs a little bit longer because, we're obviously trending to the upside here. I've got a short position entry price at 21,320. So I'm kind of just close to break even here. I got in super, super late. But I already took the long position here on the break of the downwards trend line, and then I took this continuation here, sold, somewhere in this range, I forget. But we're sitting okay today. We're up 750, 350, which is not bad. I should have taken profits down here. Shit. But anyways, that's the name of the game. So what I'm looking at here is any bounce that gets rejected under this 326 area might have continuation to the downside. That's all I'm looking at. That's all I'm looking at. A few minis, 5 to 10 points. Yeah, be careful with the minis in this environment, though. Unless you have like a super big cushion, be careful with those minis. It's one way to blow yourself up. You can make fast cash. This is the only thing. This is the only harp I have on people that trade a lot of minis. Unless you're taking consistent payouts on a monthly basis, don't complain when you get blown up. Don't complain, right? Like that's all I'm saying. Don't complain if you get blown up one day. Because to trade a couple minis, to trade a few minis in this environment where there's a lot of volatility, where you don't know, what Trump's saying on Truth Social, what headlines coming out, you can get absolutely destroyed. If you're not really good at the discipline where you take a trade or two, you make a few $100 and you stop trading on the day, if you're not really good at that, I would definitely don't recommend trading minis. Like I think I only traded one mini today once. So I got 5 trades. Average trade is about 150 bucks. And all of them were on micros. 5 micros or under, except for one of those trades was 1 mini. So you don't really have to like go too crazy with the size. So, how's everyone else doing out there today? You guys find these super trending days easy to trade or hard to trade? A little bit of a flag breakdown here, guys. A little bit of a flag breakdown there. See if that's going to hold. If this low gets confirmed, you might have some more downside here. I might just trim this up here. I might just trim this up. My short. I'm up 10 points there. 11 points. We're up 72, 75 bucks. I'm just going to cut it there, guys. We're going to take about $70 on that quick short. Again, just playing micros here, just kind of trying to grow this P&L a little bit. Current P&L is 813.50 now, 6 trades. So just going to be a little bit cautious again, because I'm going against the trend. You got to remember that, like you for everyone's heard the saying, the trend is your friend, right? I agree 1,000%. You want to stay with the trend. It doesn't mean that you can't catch a little bit of a, now I was playing 3 micros. You can catch a little bit of a pullback in these uptrends, right? Because the market, like today, it looks like it's going straight up. There's been a couple of opportunities to take a little pullback. You just got to play it safe. You got to understand you're going against a trend. You don't want to, you don't want to get too carried away with your position size, because if you're wrong, you're going to be wrong in a bad way. 2, you want to treat it a little bit more as a scalp, right? What else? And you kind of want to respect prior structure areas. So like I was kind of respecting this area here, right? The break over my previous trend line. I was kind of respecting this whole zone, right? So I'm respecting this zone. So if I was to drag some demand across here, you notice how we kind of tagged it once, tagged it twice. So I'm trying to respect this here in case the bulls do want to show up and bounce this back up. I've just got to take some profits there, right? Like I'm not too concerned about how much profits I'm taking. I just want to be concerned about did I play it into a spot that, probably I should get out of if it tests it. Now, again, one can say, well, what if this market continues to go down? Yeah, sure, but I don't know that, right? Like only thing I can guarantee is what I can guarantee when I get out of the trade. That's all I can guarantee. So we'll definitely keep this area on watch and see. But also on super trend days, I really don't look to reverse the move until lunch. So until lunch or after lunch, then I might look to reverse the move. Before lunch, if it's just trending, I'm not trying to step in front of that freight train, Or if we're just dipping, I'm not trying to catch the falling knife if it's before lunch. Like I will only look to for a reversion trade during lunch hour or coming out of lunch. That's it on a super trend day. But so Real Playmaker found it easy today. Nice. Yeah, good. Some people have trouble when the market trends, right? Some people have trouble when the market trends. And those same people who seem to have trouble when the market trends hate when the market's choppy. So it's like I kind of think to myself, when do you like the market, right? When you win a trade, because we all love the markets when we win a trade, right? Like when we're winning trades, it doesn't matter if the market's trending or chopping. If you're winning, the market seems great. Yeah, Jeremy. So like I do like normally because you don't like if you really think about it, if you really think about the course of a month, like how many of these days do we get where it just immediately from the open just shoots up and just keeps going up 100 points and goes up another 100 points and goes up another 100 points without any significant pullback? It doesn't happen a lot. Maybe we can count them on one hand throughout the month. So typically we're getting this breakdown here. This has turned out to be a hell of a short. The whole idea that set me up on this original short scalp was the previous 15-minute candle. So if you guys look at the left of my chart, that previous 15-minute candle, that inverse hammer, that to me gave me like the signal, let's start looking for a short. That whole inverse hammer candle. But yeah, so like I look for a lot of mean reversion trades as well. And when the market gets trending, especially early in the day, right? Like I might take the first long if I get a setup, and then when it just keeps going up and up and up, and I can't really find, okay, the pullback to even buy long again. Like there was literally one pullback. It was right here. I got this on the left side of the screen. This I was looking at on a 1 minute chart. This was a nice like pullback here for about 30 minutes that created a nice flag and then broke through. But like before that, if you look at 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, like there was nothing, right? There was nothing for me to like even work with. So that becomes exceptionally hard, especially if you're looking even for a bounce, right? Like even for a pullback to bounce it, it becomes hard, let alone looking for a whole mean reversion trade if you're not getting it. So yeah, like that's where trend days can get a little difficult for like a mean reversion trader or someone who's got that strategy in their tool belt, which I get it completely 100%. Like it's not easy. Like I'm not on the side of the fence where I believe that trend days are super easy to trade, and I'm not on the other side of the fence where like if we're in a 200 point range, 250 point range where it's kind of going back and forth in the middle kind of then breaks the channel, where those days are easy, right? Because those days can be difficult too. I'm kind of like in the boat where shit, just give me a few trades that I can make a little bit of money on, win, lose, or draw, and then I'll just walk away. Like, but like, give me something, right? Give me something, you know? It's a little difficult sometimes. Yeah, Steam, you gotta have it. You gotta have it. Everyone needs to have a daily personal drawdown loss. Like, so I'm curious, Steam, what is your daily loss limit? Curious. Guys, nice little bounce here into supply. Maybe there's some room for some continuation if this gets taken out here. You know, if we could take out 300s, 303s, we might have a little bit of steam left. It still might have some juice to the downside. 400, 500, that's not too bad. As long as you stick to it. As long as you stick to it and kind of respect it, it's not too bad, you know? If you can build a couple winning days up, it's not too bad. Fuck, they trapped me. Son of a bitch. They got me, guys. They got me right here on this confirmation. This back test into this 20 SMA, followed by this little swing low. They got me right here. Lost about 100 on that trade. But anyways, $400 to $500 loss on a 50K for me in the beginning when you're just building up that account could be a little too much. A little too much. When you're just starting off, especially if it's a funded account. If it's an evaluation, have at it, right? Like an eval, just go to town. But if it's a funded, and this is just me and it's my opinion, and again, opinions are like assholes, we've all got them, right? I like to start my funded accounts with a 250 max daily loss. I like to trade micros in the beginning until I can build up a little bit of a cushion. If I can build it up to like $1,000 in profit, I like to slowly increase that daily loss limit to like 300, 350. If I get to around $1,500 in profit, closer to that $2,000 mark, I might consider risking $400, $450. I kind of keep it in that ballpark. Guys, why are the candles, I feel like, getting so squeamish? Is it just because we're coming out of lunch here? We don't have anybody talking or anything, do we? What's up, Cody? How we doing today? We don't have anybody on the microphone today, do we? I feel like the candles are moving around a lot for a 1 minute chart. Could just be the algos turning back on from after lunch here. Nice. Big fan of that. Big fan of that. More days you can do that, closer you are. I don't know if you're trading evaluation or funded, but more days you do that, another day closer to passing or getting paid out. So that's the way I see it. Yeah, for sure. Especially if you're on an eval. Those take profits. I mean, once you get in them funded, those daily payouts are sweet. And, if you can do 230, 230, 230, you could take every other day payouts if you want, take that weekly payout. I'd get in a hard mindset of that. 5 minute time frame, yeah. The only thing that, like, I used to trade the 5 minute time frame a lot, right? I'll switch to it. I trade the 5 minute time frame a lot. It's just the volatility requires a little bit of a bigger stop loss for me on the 5 minute right now. Why the fuck does this not? Just requires a little bit bigger stop loss because of the volatility lately. Hell of a pullback into support though. Look at that. I guess we could take off some of these old flags. Yeah, true that, Cody. True that. That's what I think before you joined the room, I was kind of talking about that. These trending days are tough because, we're constantly looking to catch that top. And even now, still, like, we're still not catching the top. Like, we could still break this high here. I forgot what this level was down here. 21,132. Oh, that's our 30-minute high. That's our orb. Yeah, guys, make sure you're hitting the thumbs up button. Hit the like button. Trying to do these streams a little bit more often for everybody. Trying to do these streams a little bit more often. We're kind of stuck in the middle of a bigger range here. If I go to a 1 hour chart, look at this. Look at this channel I've got us in now. You know, our next kind of macro supply is at 22,300, and we're kind of like just stuck like almost in the middle of this range here. I got hard support, which should be hard support at around 20,900. So any pullbacks, even as deep as 20,900, still very, very bullish. But as far as all of my macro daily supplies, I mean, I got a daily 5 sitting at 20,500. Our 200-day moving average is sitting at 20,000, sitting at 20,324. You know, like daily 10 is at 20,200. Like we're getting to that almost super like extended motion from your daily moving averages. I feel that within like the next week or so we get a little bit of a pullback, which I think is going to be healthy. The faster, harder you push higher, the bigger that decline is. And I hate hearing social media, reading social media, seeing everyone cry and saying, hey, I told you we're going to zero just because the market pulls back 500, 600 points. It's like we got a long ways away from right now of saying that we're going to make a new low, because we're so above support here. Like we've got a ton of support that we're above. What's up, Uno? Look at our daily 50-day moving average way down here at 19,400. Just coasting. This guy down here is just coasting. You know, could one make a case that 338 is the high of day, right? I just don't know if I want to be on the opposite side of that. Maybe if I can get a squeeze somewhere close to the 30s, I might be interested in trying to step in front of this freight train. Or if I lose 300. If I lose 300, I might be in business. For a scalp, right? For a just give me a little taste. That's all I'm looking for, just a little taste. I'm pretty much ready to lock up the trading day today. I wanted to trade with you good folks here. Wanted to trade with you good folks. You didn't blow up any counts today. Yeah, great. Good. I thought you did. Good. Well, that's a baby step. That's a work in progress right there, you know? Here's a question though. Are you green though? $15-minute candle showing me a little weakness again. I just got no levels up here to base anything off of. We're so high. We're so high. I'm wondering if I should turn this into a level of demand between 245 and let's say 255. Between 260 and 245. Maybe I can turn this into a demand to see how price kind of reacts. Something like that. Nice. Calling it a day, or you're still trading? I think that looks okay. I got a 30-minute ORB. The 30-minute opening range high is here. Look at this guy. Must be nice, dude. Must be nice. Some of us are over here still slaving away. I got 30-minute ORB high here. I've got this makeshift demand zone here where we kind of found some resistance. We broke through it. We back tested it. So this is a break and retest of this. So this is intraday wise for me is going to hold a little bit of weight. $314 to $340 is how many points, guys? How many points is that? 315 and 340. 25? Gotta have a trade window. Trade window. Gotta have it. It's getting a little soft, I feel. Market's getting a little soft. Little trend line break here. 338 is the highs. I'd love for this to stall out. There's your new high of day. 71% of you guys who said new high of day were correct. Sweet. Some pretty well structured moves though, is as much as it's just been pushing to the upside, there's been some pretty structured pullbacks. You know, if you could bring yourself to trust the pullbacks and get long off that support, or off that like kind of, you know, floor that you build, or break that flag. I mean, even look at the flag here, right? Look at this flag. You know, you break the flag here, put in a high at 21,326 and a half, and then the next candle confirms it, and it shoots up to 333, and then 1 minute later goes up to 344. I mean, that's a 20-point move in 2 minutes, right? Like, you can make a living off of that. You know, the big question is, do you trust it, right? Did you trust it to take it? I mean, it's here, right? There's a high, there's a high, there's a high. Market's in an uptrend today, right? Do you trust that? So, you know, this move here seems like not that significant in terms of what the market has done all day, but I'll just tell you that this little move here is cash money. That little move here is you know, can get you to a payout. That little move there can pass evaluations, right? If you just try to identify these things on a daily basis. You know, where's your stop at? Well, it's got to be below the trend line, right? Depending on how much size, I could maybe put it at the structure low. That's giving up it's giving up about 25 points, but you know, you can kind of run a tighter stop loss any closure back under that trend line. So got to start noticing those things, right? Not just noticing them, but got to start trusting them. Got to start trusting them. Because we're in the middle of no man's land now. Like, we got a long ways up and a long ways down. Where the hell is my... Yeah, we got a long ways to go. High of day at 45. High of day at 45. Okay, short. High of day of 45 here. Any break of this high of day, I'll be out. I'm going to get smacked quick on that. That's out. $40 loss. Jesus Christ. It's just the thing is they're not giving me a deep enough pullback. They're not giving me a big enough pullback to get long. Yeah, who is they? You talking about the men in the suits that are pulling the strings of the market, that are looking at your entry and making you get out? Who is they? Who are they? Who are they? Who them boys? Who them boys? Boom. Back test that trend line. How much time we got here? 2.5 hours. Looking for a little bit of a break and retest here of this trend line. Let's see what we do here. The last time we broke and retested the trend line, it put in a new high, right? Last time we broke and retested this trend line I had was at 9:30. 9:30, consolidated, retested, and then put in a new high. Doing the same thing again. Broke this trend line, pulling back, retesting, does it put in a new high, right? Market's been kind of showing us that. Market's been showing us that. I don't really think we get any valid follow through on a short until 300s is gone. That's going to be right here. I think 300s needs to give way. Maybe you have a little bit of juice. You know, other than that, you're kind of just looking at these pullbacks to kind of continue long. Oh yeah, we got it. I'll go to the 1 hour chart a lot too. Always kind of looking at it. You know, the bias is bull, right? Like we're trading, you know, well over this 20 SMA. We haven't even the only thing that's a little concerning now is like we haven't even retested the 20 SMA once. So the juice is definitely to the upside. I mean, it's definitely a big power trending move here. I do have this little freaking snag spot here where we popped, we pulled back, we created this 15-minute flag, it exploded, consolidated for about 30 minutes, and then broke through again, and then we back tested it. So this zone here between 244 and 260, let's call it 245 and 260, I'm looking at this area as an area of demand. If you look at my 20 SMA, it's also rising. So the more time we spend up in this range, I'm expecting this 20 SMA to get its butt in gear and get up here at 245, 250, 260. That should probably be a firm area of support. If at some point in time in the next 2.5 hours, this 20 SMA gets into this zone and price action falls below it and then back tests it and then fails to reclaim it, then you could probably be looking for a pullback all the way down to the 30-minute high. Other than that, these little pullbacks, you're kind of looking for continuation of this long. However, market's been straight up essentially about 400 points and 2% today. There's a lot of people who are trying to catch this top, myself included. I'm trying to catch this top, but you got to be extremely careful. 346 is the high. Giving up about 10 points from here is not much if we're going to pull back. But again, you don't want to live a death by 1,000 paper cuts continuously trying to short. I kind of explained in the beginning of the stream, I don't look to try to catch the top until at least after lunch, like the middle or after lunch, if the market's been trending. I'm not trying to do this off the open. I'm not trying to do this in the first hour, you know. I've got to see like a significant non-back test of any type of support. I mean, we're so high today above our macro channel, like our macro key level. I had a level of 20,944. That level got absolutely destroyed. We're so far away from any bit of support, but I do like a little bit of a pullback here. You know, can I get in? Can I get in? What would I be risking from here? 12 points? Not a whole lot, right? Not a whole lot. But I want to really see it get below 300. Why on earth? There we go. If you use 346 as a stop, anything over 346, look at the 15-minute candle, guys, putting in a little bit of an inverse hammer candle here. I've got a short entry at 21,331. 21,331 with a stop loss over high of day. Handful of micros here. You know, how much longer? I got 1 minute before this 15-minute candle closes. If I can get a new 15-minute candle to confirm this low, I might be in business. I might be in business. You know, probably fat fucking chance because the market is so strong, right? But it's worth a shot. You never know unless you throw yourself in the fire. As long as you know where you're getting your ass out at, any trade is valid. You know, any trade is valid. There is no perfect entry. There's no right or wrong way to skin this cat. There's only a right way to manage your risk. That's it. So I'm short at 21,331. Handful of contracts here. Up about 10 points. No, 8 points. Just going to play with me. All right. Now I can say I'm up 10 points. Is there a way I can get my stop loss lower, though? You know, can I get my stop loss lower? I don't think so. Not yet. You know, even if I go to break even here, it's like, it's not worth it yet. I would need to lose 300 and then maybe I can get my stop loss down. So far right now, this is just a break and retest of of this trend line. So I'm in a super risky short here, right into fucking demand. Smarter play would probably just to be go long, right? We don't do things the easy way around here, boys. We fucking make life difficult for ourselves. This is gonna pop my fucking shit. Come on, baby. It's just got no juice to the downside here. No juice. New 15-minute candle is opened up here. 346 definitely needs to remain the stop. That's the high of day here. If this wants to continue to grind higher, it's holding your 5-minute support here. It's been holding 5-minute support literally all day. Literally all day. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Incredibly strong. Incredibly strong. That would have been a nice scalp off of support there. This little double test here of around 319s, 320s was a very, very nice back test here. A little break and retest for a continuation. Let's see if it pops the high of day. That'll throw me out. One could also make a case here. I can take this off because I can see it. You have another flag here, guys. You have another continuation here. Let me blow it up for you guys. Jeez, why is it so small? There's your first test. So if you're analyzing this to continue long, you know, the back test of that trend line was a great spot to get long. The confirmation of the break over the trend line would be a great spot to get long. You're probably putting on an 8-point risk at this point in time. I would use the low of this candle as a stop, or a previous 1 minute candle as a stop. Now that we've broken this trend line, you want to see this hold. And then if you take out 344, that's probably going to pop high of day here for one more freaking last hoorah. Right? One more last hoorah here. If this doesn't break down and it pops this, what price is this? 21,344. You're probably going to get a nice juicy move there. You're going to get a nice juicy move. Slightly lower high here. Let's see if my short position wants to come back into play. I'm still in this short at 21,331. Anticipations were to get out over a break of high of day, so I wasn't risking that much. Maybe a 15-point risk here. Hopefully, that would be nice. It's so strong today, Hurst. Hurst, this market's so fucking strong. So I'm in 21,331, boys. We're up almost about 10 points again. This is the same spot that it toyed with me the last time. I don't know if you guys can see that. So 21,331. We're up $70 on 3 micros, $60 on 3 micros. But you see how we just swept? See how we just swept this here? That could be a little bit of a trap for a spike back up. I do have a demand zone down here at 21,301 that I'd be looking for. Again, this trades more than enough for me. Like, I don't know why it's bouncing around so much. This trades more than enough for me. We're up 645 on the day, so even $70 takes us back over 100 or $700 on the day. I just don't want to get snapped back, you know. I mean, I suppose I can put I can put a stop loss in profit. I just hate doing that because I feel like if it goes back and tags me out and then goes lower, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed. But like, I can put a stop loss here at 21,328, so I'll drag it down if it continues to go lower. We're up $100 here. Maybe I can just trim. I really don't want to take it off. I want to see if 21,300 gets tagged. I want the 300, boys, is what I want. I'm gonna be a stubborn son of a bitch here. I want the 300s. I want the fucking 300s. I'm gonna put my stop loss. I'm gonna drag it down a little bit over the previous 1 minute candle high. So my stop loss is 21,324. There we go. Let's drag it down a little bit more. We're up 110 bucks. I should probably just take the shit. It's 3 micros, you know. What am I fucking trying to do here? Come on. Keep coming. I'm trying to drag this stop loss down, you know. Come on, come on, come on. We're up 126. Come on. I'm out. I'm out. So that brings the total balance up to 759. This, again, guys, this could probably fade into 300s. Let's get this crap off the screen. This can probably fade into 300s. This could probably be the start of the downwards move. Again, I just want it to be involved in the little scalp. Again, very difficult to do because when the market's so strong and you're trying to go against it, you're going to be wrong. Those of you guys who are watching the stream, I guess if you've been watching the stream longer than 30 minutes, the first short attempt that I took over here was wrong. But it was a small loss. It was like a $50 loss, right? $50 loss. So you're going to take those paper cuts. The only reason, again, this is just the way I think about it. The only reason why I'm even considering playing around with this setup is because of the P&L. If my P&L was $50 in the green, $100 in the green, $200 in the red, I would not be playing this. Like, I would not be trying to find the short. The only reason is because we're green on the day. We have a little bit of cushion to play with, so maybe I can just add that cherry on top. I think it comes down to 300. It breaks 300. We probably got a better trade here below 300. So here's the break below 300. How fucking frustrating is it, boys? How frustrating is it when you have the price target and it goes down to the price target? That's why I hate trailing the stop. I hate trailing the stop. People always say, why don't you trail your stop? Why don't you trail your stop? Fuck that. All in, all out. All in, all out. So there's the first initial break of 21,301. If this pops, gets rejected, and takes out 301, look at your 15-minute chart. Two pretty much back-to-back hammer candles, right? Back-to-back hammer candles. This thing could probably fucking fly, right? This thing could probably fly. You know, I got more support sitting down here at around 260. So even from that, it's another 40 points down. But we'll see. Nice. Yes. Just scale, Hurst. Just scale. You're getting a little bit of that. You're getting right here at 300. You have a little bit of support. You know, going back the last 45 minutes to an hour, we had some lows right there. We had some lows right there that the market's going to get hung up on, right? Just look back. You had some lows here at 10 o'clock Pacific, 10:15 Pacific, and then we kind of touched it again. You'd want to see this thing really get back down below 300s to have any more juice. If it can hold below 300s on this next wave here, you're going to probably be sitting pretty good. Yeah, just like everyone says on YouTube, just trail your stop, put it in profit, trail your stop in profit. All right, don't listen to me though. Maybe we get this. Maybe we get this. Maybe we get that. See if we can get one more push down. One more push down would be nice. Good break of 300s, good back test. If it gives way again, a lot of confidence that this is going to go down another 20, 30 points, 40 points, 50 points. But it's got to kind of stay below. I really wouldn't want to see it bounce no higher than 315, 320. It's crazy, right? I mean, you like sellers can't catch a fucking break around here. Here we go. Sellers can't catch a break. Maybe we catch a break right here. Maybe we catch a break. We're back below 300s. Hurst, I want to see this time below 300s hold though. Like, I don't want to see it pop back up anymore above 300s. If it does, I would just get out, my opinion, right? Like, I want it to stay. It broke 300, it back tested, it back tested, it back tested for 3 fucking minutes. It's back below 300s again. It's taking out the lows. Just stay below now and continue to work. If it doesn't work below 300s, you know, get out. 305, 304, 303, just get out of the trade. Again, not financial advice. Just, you see how it just keeps popping back over this 300. It's got to stay below. I don't want to see a 1 minute candle close over 300. If I get a 1 minute candle to close over 300, I would be out of this position. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Hurst? Yeah. If you're trading the NAS, you're a different animal. You're a different animal. I'm joined in with you here, Hurst. I'm in at 299.50. 299.50. We're up 15 points. 299.50. Yeah, let's go, baby. We're up 20 points here, give or take. Come on, Hurst. Let's go. Stay down there. Stay down there. There we go. Stay down there. That's 20 points. That's 20 points. Stay down there. Hell of a short, boys. I'm out. I'll just take it. Not financial advice. Yeah, just fucking common sense, dude. That's it. Guys, we could be trading all the way down to 250s. I'm not going to say to, you know, continue to chase me and Hurst. Me and Hurst had fucking great positions there. We had great positions there, so don't fucking chase now, but don't tell me I didn't tell you so if it trades 260s. Don't say I didn't tell you so. First stop was 300. First stop was 300. That's it for me, boys. That's it for me. What are we up today? 789. We'll fucking take it. We'll fucking take it. Look at that thing. Be careful. Be careful, guys. 1 minute candles jumping all over the place. Be careful now. Don't chase it short into the hole now. Don't chase it short into the hole now. Hurst below 50s. We called it. Clip it. Clip it. Guys, thumbs up in the chat for Hurst. He called it. Thumbs up in the chat for Hurst. He called it. Man said we're going to trade 18,000s today. Clip it. Oh. All right, boys. I'm out of here. Everyone be safe. Don't do nothing stupid. Start locking it up if you're green. Getting late in the day. Getting late. Hell of a move today, though. Yeah, not a bad way. It's always nice to kind of end on a little green trade. Not a bad way to end the day on a little green trade. Guys, if you enjoy the stream, make sure to give me a thumbs up. That'll definitely tell me to keep coming back on YouTube and doing these live streams, right? I have fun. By the time I come on here now, is typically after I'm done with my community, after I'm done with my live call in there, after, you know, hopefully, knock on wood, I've made a little bit of cash in the morning time, so I'm a little bit more relaxed, right? When I come on YouTube, you know, especially if I've made some money, and after I've already finished the work with Evolution Traders, that community, it allows me to trade a little bit more freely, and I can toss around some of these ideas with you guys. So if you guys definitely enjoy this, make sure to give me a thumbs up. I would highly appreciate that. If you guys need Apex accounts, again, you know, I got to do it, boys. I got to do it. Use code DAnthony, 80% off. You know, I got to do it, right? I got to do it. With that being said, guys, make sure to trade safe the rest of the week, guys. Trade safe. Don't let me find out you guys blew up all the accounts tomorrow. Don't let me find that out. We're going to have some problems. All right, boys, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Yeah, later on, Hurst. We'll see you in there, buddy. See you on the other side. Later.